Sensitive nature, as it should have been.
Simon O'Connor.
I move that the question be now put.
I'll hear from Carol Beaumont.
Very much, Mr. Chair. There are many positive elements in this part two, and certainly my previous role with the Council of Trade Unions and for a while on the Health and Safety Council, I can see that there's significant improvements. And as my colleague Sue Moroney just mentioned as she was finishing her contribution, many of the elements are things that we do want to see across all industries and all workplaces. There's a few that I just thought I wanted to particularly comment on in this part. In Part 2B, work participation in health and safety in the mining sector and looking at the purpose, some strong wording, and that's what I think is really positive about this whole part. So to require the participation of mine workers in processes relating to health and safety, so that all persons with relevant knowledge and expertise can help make the mining operations healthy and safe. And when making decisions that affect mine workers and their work, a mine operator has information from mine workers who face the health and safety issues in practice. That is fundamentally important. So that's saying that the people who do the job know best how to do it safely, and that they need to therefore be part of making the operation safe and healthy. And I think it's a really good, strong statement. Of course, this worker participation in this part has both the industry level representatives, or our check inspectors, and the site health and safety representatives as well, and there's provisions around both. Again, some of the particular elements I just thought were worthy of note, because I do think they're positive, is the requirement in 19Q to have a documented worker participation system that provides reasonable opportunities for mine workers to participate effectively in ongoing processes. And then in that same clause in number 4, that it actually goes on to say that if the site health and safety committee or site health and safety representative makes a recommendation regarding health and safety in a mining operation, the mine operator must either adopt the proposal or provide a written statement to the health and safety committee, site health and safety committee or site health and safety representative, setting out the reasons for not adopting the proposal. Now that's pretty robust, because in the event that something's not done and that is put in writing, and then actually harm occurs following that, there's a very clear record and really some culpability there, and I think that is positive. Throughout, there's a number of provisions that are really positive. Again, another one that I feel the need to mention in 19RA around training, and in subpoint 3 around a worker participation system must ensure that every site health and safety representative who is an employee has sufficient paid leave to attend training reasonably required to attain the competency requirements for their role. Now, again, very clear positive statements. I think particularly of concern to me in the past, and I think it has been picked up well here in 19B, is the provision in F to promote the interests of mine workers who have been harmed at work, including in relation to arrangements for harmed workers' rehabilitation and return to work. This is often a very, very difficult area, and as we speak now, out there are many people who have been hurt at work who really struggle in this space. They struggle in this provision around opportunities for rehabilitation and return to work, and it's an area where there's not necessarily the degree of support and representation required, and so the fact that that is explicitly stated there in that form again seems to me to be a very positive element. Now, one of the things that I do think is important is the reintroduction of the check inspectors. As others have said, this really is about beefing up provisions and having in place representatives that are not associated with a particular site, but gain industry-wide experience and expertise and have some quite significant powers. Now, the worry, of course, as others have said, is, Mr Chair, Mr Chair.
The question being now put.
The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. A party vote's called for. I'll ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
Votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 in favour.
Mana.
Opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United
1
Future.
in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 54. The question will be put. First, we have the Minister's amendment as set out on SOP number 374. The question is that the amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now have Andrew Little's amendment as set out on SOP number 388. The question is that the amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The noes have it. Party vote called for. I'll ask the clerk to conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
11 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 opposed.
Mana.
1 in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 opposed.
United
1
Future.
opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 in favour.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 53, the noes are 64. The amendment is not agreed to. The question now is that Part 2 is amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Members, we now move to Part 3, and this is debate on clauses 40 to 56 and Schedule 4. The question is that Part 3 stand part. Call